आज की इस वीडियो में हम BSc पार्ट 2 इंग्लिश के चैप्टर नंबर 1 द डैम्ड ह्यूमन रेस को डिस्कस कर रहे हैं, जिसके इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन मैं आपको बताऊंगी। इसके मोस्ट इम्पोर्टेंट 3 क्वेश्चन हैं जो कि मुख्तलिफ तरीक़ों से आपको आ सकते हैं पेपर में। कुछ वर्डिंग चेंज हो सकती है उसकी, लेकिन इसका सबसे पहला इम्पोर्टेंट क्वेश्चन है ये, Why has Mark Twain rejected Darwin's theory of evolution and what are his conclusion in this regard? ये क्वेश्चन 2014 और 2020 में आ चुका है। ये पहला क्वेश्चन है। ये बाकी सब टाइप्स हैं। ये क्वेश्चन आपको मुख्तलिफ तरीक़ों से आ सकता है, जैसे कि ये मैन इज़ यूजली कॉल्ड द हाईएस्ट animal on the basis of intelligence. What are specific traits that make him the lowest animal for Mark Twain? Mark Twain has made a true analysis of human nature in his essay The Damned Human Race. Do you agree? Why are the human beings called the damned human race by Mark Twain? इन सब क्वेश्चंस का एक ही आंसर है। Why has Mark Twain called men as the lowest of the animals? Why has Mark Twain criticize human beings in the essay? What are the main concepts in the essay The Damned Human Race by Mark Twain? ये सारे क्वेश्चंस पास पेपर्स में आ चुके हैं। ये सब क्वेश्चंस का एक ही आंसर मैं आपको बताऊंगी। अगर इनमें से कोई भी क्वेश्चन आता है तो आप वो आंसर लिख सकते हैं। जैसे ये 2 दफ़ा आ चुका है, ये वाला 2012 में आ चुका है, ये 2016 में आ चुका है, ये वाला क्वेश्चन 2018 में आ चुका है, ये 2017 में आ चुका है, ये वाला क्वेश्चन 2019 में आ चुका है, ये 2021 में आ चुका है। इन सब का एक ही आंसर मैं आपको बताऊंगी, ठीक है? ये सब क्वेश्चंस एक ही आंसर में कवर हो जाएंगे आपके, ठीक है? ये मेरे पास क्वेश्चन नंबर 1 का आंसर है। ये प्रेजेंटेशन पेपर के पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से आप पेपर में जब भी कोई क्वेश्चन लिखना हो उस पहले चैप्टर का नेम और उसके राइटर का नेम लिखें और इसी तरह से आंसर शुरू करें। आंसर पैराग्राफ की फॉर्म में होना चाहिए और एक्स्ट्रा नंबर्स के लिए इसमें आप कोटेशंस भी ऐड कर सकते हैं, लेकिन कोटेशंस चैप्टर के अंदर से ही होनी चाहिए। और इन क्वेश्चंस के आंसर्स में मैं आपको कोटेशंस भी ऐड करके दूंगी ताकि आपके लिए हेल्पफुल रहे ये वीडियो। चलिए स्टार्ट करते हैं। ये जो पहला पैराग्राफ है ये आप हर आंसर के स्टार्ट में लिख सकते हैं। लिखेंगे पहले थोड़ा राइटर के बारे में बात करनी है, फिर जो उस चैप्टर में हो रहा है, उस स्टोरी में हो रहा है, वो उसका प्रीव्यू दें। देन जो आंसर उन्होंने मांगा है वो आप स्टार्ट करें। Mark Twain is an American writer of great fame. He claims to have studied human nature from the scientific point of view. He studied the quality of animals in London Zoological Garden. He has arrived at the conclusion that man is the worst than all the animals. According to him, man is the lower than animals and reptiles. In this way, he rejected the Darwin's theory of evolution in favor of his own theory. Mark Twain points out in the essay that man is different from animals in many ways. Man is cruel. He invents complex devices to inflict pain in his fellow brothers. He uses red-hot iron to gouge out the eyes of his opponents, while animals and reptiles are not cruel. Man is greedy and selfish. The writer gives us the example of an English earl who killed 72 buffaloes with his companions, but they ate only one and left the rest to rot. While the writer provides salves to hungry anaconda, he ate only one and was satisfied with it. Man is a sexual beast. He marries many more at a time. By his brute force, he keeps harems, while animals are quite discreet and modest. Man is a fighting animal who has invented wars. Man enslaves others and is enslaved by others. The higher animal do not practice this, but the animals are the only ones who exclusively do their own work. Man is a religious animal. He is the only animal that loves his neighbors as himself and cut his throat if his theology is not straight. Animals have no religion. Man does not have the capacity to learn from his experience while animal possess this capacity. Animals learn easily from their experience. He says in these words about the inflicts of human beings. यहाँ हम चैप्टर के अंदर से ये कोटेशन ऐड करेंगे. One is obliged to concede that in true loftiness of character, men cannot claim to approach even the meanest of the higher animals. आगे दोबारा एक कोटेशन ऐड करेंगे. He proves his quotation by saying that I find this defect to be the moral sense. और लास्ट में हम कंक्लूजन थोड़ा देंगे साथ. On the basis of the above trait, Mark Twain is the view that man is not the highest but the lowest animal in the gradation of living beings. यहाँ पर हमारा पहला आंसर ख़त्म हो जाएगा. ये हमारे पास सेकंड क्वेश्चन है जो कि दो तरह से पूछा जा सकता है. एक, हाउ डज मार्क ट्वेन ट्राई टू शॉक द रीडर्स, व्हाट माइट बी हिज पर्पस इन यूजिंग द टेक्निक. ये 2012 के यूनिवर्सिटी ऑफ पंजाब के पेपर में आ चुका है पहले. और डिस्कस द यूज ऑफ आयरनी एंड सटायर इन द मार्क ट्वेन्स कंपैरिजन ऑफ ह्यूमन बींग्स विद द लोअर एनिमल्स एंड बींग्स. इन दोनों क्वेश्चंस का एक ही आंसर मैं आपको बताऊंगी. इन दोनों में से जो कोई भी क्वेश्चन आए आप उसका आंसर लिख सकते हो. क्वेश्चन नंबर 2 का आंसर, Mark Twain is very critical of human nature. He has printed men in dark colors. He exposes the bad quality of human nature in a satirical manner. अब इस क्वेश्चन को थोड़ा लेंथी करने के लिए वो जो पिछले आंसर में मैंने पहला पैराग्राफ आपको बताया था वो भी ऐड कर सकते हैं, फिर यहाँ से स्टार्ट कर सकते हैं. The writer rejects the Darwin's theory of the evolution of man only because it does not suit his own views. Darwin has put forward a very interesting theory about the evolution of man. He says that man has developed into present from the higher animals like monkey, but the writer of the essay reverses the order. He says that birds, fishes, insects and small organisms are higher animals and man is the lower animal. He suggested that Darwin's theory of ascent of man from lower animals should be named as descent of man from higher animals. In order to shock the reader, the writer uses another technique. He does not follow the normal method of comparison. He compares the human beings with animals or birds. He does so in order to paint men in dark colors. His only motive is to prove that the goodness of animals as compared with men. He puts forward his views in a credible and convincing manner. In this way, he shocks the reader with his one-sided views. The writer tried to explain who is said to be crowned and the best creation in the world has become the lowest creature of all in the world only because of his combative, violent, warlike and callous nature. As a matter of fact, that the writer has with soothing irony and satire expressed this dark side of human nature and seems to have lost faith in men. He expresses his disgust for the evil nature of human beings. Religion considers man as the best of all creations. Science advances the theory of evolution and regards him as the highest animal, but the writer views him as the lowest animal because of his heinous crimes against men and animals. We we can take his viewpoint seriously as he aims at correction and edification of human characters and conduct. He satirizes to improve and reform human attitude to other beings. At the same time, he cannot lose sight of the angelic qualities of men. The writer does not accept man as a reasoning animal. His record is that
of
he
many
cannot learn to live peacefully. Animals have the capacity to live with peace and affection. So man is the loser when his conduct is compared with that of the animals. He is imperfect, low, and uninnovable. He does not have moral sense. His moral sense enables to do evil. He is unable to understand the difference between good and the bad. The writer concludes that man is worst of all animals. In this regard, he says at the end of the essay, and so I find that we have descended and degenerated from some far ancestors. यहाँ हमारा क्वेश्चन नंबर 2 का आंसर ख़त्म हो जाता है. अगर आपको पेपर में इस चैप्टर की समरी या इसका मेन कॉन्सेप्ट क्या है वो पूछा जाता है तो आप तब भी ये आंसर लिख सकते हैं. अब क्वेश्चन नंबर 3 पे चलते हैं. अब हमारे पास क्वेश्चन नंबर 3 है जो कि इक्वली इम्पोर्टेंट क्वेश्चन है. ये क्वेश्चन भी आपको 3 तरह से पूछा जा सकता है और क्वेश्चन नंबर 1 और 2 एक साथ भी पूछे जा सकते हैं. जैसे द डैम्ड ह्यूमन रेस वाज रिटन इन द 19th century. इज इट ट्रू टुडे? हैव पीपल इम्प्रूव्ड इन अ सेंचुरीज टाइम? ये इकट्ठा भी पूछा जा सकता है. ये क्वेश्चन 2012 में, 2014 में, 2007 में भी आ चुका है और 2000 में भी आ चुका है. ये क्वेश्चन इस तरह में पूछा जा सकता है.
Can people improve and remove the label in the new millennium?
Mark Twain wrote this essay in year 1990. His views on human nature are one-sided. The death of his daughter and wife might have colored his views. His views on human nature are quite pessimistic. In the economic and scientific field of life, man has made tremendous progress. The advancement in material progress is sufficient to contradict his views. However, there is a lot of truth in his views. Um, when we see that the evil nature of man has not changed in spite of his best efforts. The First World War took place in 1914. Men realized the folly of fighting. He cried for peace and love. The League of Nations was founded after the World War. Its aim was to promote peace and love in the world. This organization failed. Men also failed to assert his goodness. The Second World War, which broke out in 1939, was a proof to men's fighting nature. After the Second World War, men once again cried for peace. He organized the UNO to promote peace in the world. The UNO as a peace promoting body has also failed. Since its inception का मतलब होता है कि पहले शुरुआत में it has never done justice to the oppressed and downtrodden. It has become the slave in the hand of America, Britannia, France, and Russia. It has always supported the mighty and powerful nations of the world. Many wars on the limited scale have been fought among the different countries of the world. The people of Kashmir are fighting for their liberation. They have been going on the massive loss of life and property. The warlike situation has been going on in the countries like Afghanistan, Palestine, Kashmir, etc. Killing, loss of property, and destruction have been going on in the world since Mark Twain wrote this essay. He says in these words, the conflict and maniac of human beings. Again ये वही quotation है जो पहले question में हमने ऐड की थी. One is obliged to concede that in true loftiness of character, man cannot claim to approach even the meanest of the higher animal. Man has not changed his fighting nature. Man is still greedy, ambitious, and selfish. He has yet to do many things to reform the world, as writer says, and so I find that we have descended and degenerated from some far ancestors. Again ये भी repeat हो रही है quotation. And अगर आप ये जैसे quotations बार बार repeat हो रही हैं एक दफ़ा याद कर लेंगे then you are good to go. इनको अच्छी तरह से याद करें, रिवाइज करते रहें, पेपर्स तक आपका हो जाएगा. I hope this video helps you. If it does, then comment down below and like this video and subscribe to my channel.
Thanks for watching.